I have been a fan of Joymoop mops for a very long time. I have had this, I guess I consider this like the original, for several years and have loved it. So when the brand offered to send me the new and improved pink Joymoop mop, of course I said yes. So let me just kind of go over the few things that are a little bit different and then just talk about what I love about these mops in general. First of all, I mean, it's pink. Who doesn't love pink? That just gets me right there because pink is my favorite color. So maybe that motivates me to mop more. I don't know. We'll have to see, right? It comes with these removable pieces so you can adjust the height of the handle. I don't think that I took one out of here, but maybe I did. Now I can't remember. So maybe this one was shorter to begin with. That one I can't remember, but I don't remember taking one out. So I don't know about that for sure. But I do love how many, there's two middle sections that you could remove to make it shorter, which I have done because I've worked in like tight spaces and been cleaning a wall before I painted. And so I took two of them out so it could just be really small, and it worked really well. Besides that, like the mechanism between them is the same, where it has the wet side and then the dry side. Now, not to be confused with the clean water, dirty water. The water, it stays all in the same place, but it has this, as I'll show you up close, it has like this slot that really dries off your pad, and so that you're not putting a soaking wet mop on your floor. This is especially important with real hardwood floors because you don't want them to get too wet. And so I will like run it through that dry slot multiple times to just have my pad be like just damp, just lightly damp. And then it works really well on my hardwood floors. And of course it comes with these pads that you can slip onto the mop very easily. One thing that I noticed when I got this kind of upgraded version is the mechanism to open the lid is just a little bit easier. It's not like it was ever super complicated before, but I would get a little confused because you had to lift up on this and then on here. It was mostly, I would get confused when putting it back in because you'd want to make sure that you lined up your notches right there, had it around that, and then like locked it into place. So that part could just sometimes get a little confusing. With the new one, it's very simple to just pop the sides and the top off and then snap it back on. So just that simple thing made it a lot easier, like truly just made such a big difference to me. So let's put our mop pad on. And like I said, it has these tabs here, so it's easy to line them up with these pockets. Slide it on. And then of course you just Velcro it down, nice and tight. And now we're ready to mop. Oh, this is something else that I love, and obviously both of them have it, but the magnet snap here. So you can be mopping the floor and then, you know, it's easy to I just like snap it up with my foot, put it back into the bucket. And then when you want to mop, I just put my foot down and now we're ready to mop. And then, like I said, I go up and down in that dry slot multiple times to get a lot of that moisture out. Now we're ready to mop. I have 8 kids, so see all of this? This is like a constant thing at my house. So that's why I love this. It makes it just really easy to clean the walls, not scrubbing with a rag up and down. And then you can slide it along the bottom of the baseboard. And with this extra long handle, it's easy for me to reach all the way to the top of my walls with no straining or really much effort on my part at all. Not too bad from just a quick wipe down the walls. So then when you are done mopping, it's easy just to pull that pad right off and then throw that in the wash, and you'll be ready to go for the next time. And another thing I love is just the slim design of this. I don't have a whole lot of space to store my cleaning supplies, and so I love that it really doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And then the mop itself is the same. I just hang it behind my laundry room door, and that fits so nice and flush against the wall. It just takes up hardly any space at all. So those are the things that I really love about this mop system. Like I said, I have multiple. I have these two at my home, and then we have a couple Airbnbs, and each one of those has its own Joymoop mop system too. What I use it most for is just my walls and my floors, and it works wonders. It's so simple, so easy to use, so easy to clean, and it just makes my life just a little bit easier.